That was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever had to read, I think. I don't know why, but it was. My body feels all slimy. I want to take a shower now. I got sand all in my wheelchair. We played at the lake until sunset, then went back to the dormitory. That was so fun. Oh, so you had fun too, Hat? Amane seems satisfied as she speaks to Hat. I was worried that swimming in the lake might not really appeal to Amane, so I'm really glad she enjoyed it. We're having a lively chat. We go through the gate and see someone at the entrance. Oh god! Katori! Habari! It was Habari, thank you. What a relief! There's no one here! The door's locked! I called your cell phone, but you didn't answer! Sorry, I didn't realize. Whoa! Sorry, they were there. Katori groans as she looks at the call history on her cell phone. She had an unbelievable amount of missed calls from Habari. Well, I was worried about you. Where were you, Katori? Sorry, I went to swim at the lake with everyone. Swim! Swim! Habari seems puzzled as she looks at Katori. It looks like Katori going swimming was completely unexpected. Oh, I see. We didn't think that Habari was coming today. It was quite sudden, but usually either I or Kaneko are in the dormitory. However, since yesterday, Kaneko has been back at her house. Everyone is now on their Obon holiday. I unlock the entranceway door. Please, come on in. No, that's all for today. I have to go now, she said, then looked back at Katori. Why the hell is she even here? Katori, you're not coming back, are you? Ah, that's right. Mom and Dad both really wanted to see you, Katori. No, I'm not coming back. It's more fun here. Katori! I guess you're right. I met so many friends here. I'm sorry, Habari. No, go later, will you? Okay, I got it. Aoi, please take good care of Katori. Yes, I'm keeping an eye on her, so please feel safe in the lodge and everything's alright on your way home. What do you mean, keep an eye on me? Grumbled Katori. Although I got this for you. Pah! She takes a great big styrofoam box and opens the lid inside it. Wow! It's meat! I've received it as a summer gift. Go ahead, you can eat all this together. That's just like you to do something like that, Habari. Mates! I mean, mates! This is the second time for Ajay and Amane to meet Habari. Since we started camping, Habari has been to the dormitory a few times. Okay, I'm off now, Katori. Yeah, see you. Say hi to Mom and Dad for me. Oh my god. This is the first... Wait, what the hell? This is the first paper airplane barbecue competition! Ajay declared in the opening in a loud voice. It's a competition, as the name suggests. Uh-oh, whoops. It's an anything goes contest where we all make a paper airplane and the person whose plane flies the furthest gets to eat the best meat. The reason why we're doing this is because the meat that Habari brought us over varies in type and size. There's beef, pork, and pork? There's beef, chalk, and picken. There's beef, pork, and chicken, as well as the various cuts of meat. And if we were to divide it evenly amongst everyone, there would be only a small amount of meat for each person. Beef! I want to eat a belly full of loin and ribs. That's what these meat-eating girls are all insisted. That's why the very first competition of this type has been hastily arranged. The discipline chosen is the paper airplane, which embodies the peaceful spirit of the soaring club. I'm not gonna lose this battle! I'll show you the GS special! Everyone starts working on folding their airplanes. We aren't using the construction kits like the other, like the ones that Katori used before in the garage. These are just the regular paper planes made from single piece of paper. We come up We come up our own ways of holding them, and the paper airplanes that we make are all different shapes. Everybody's serious about this. The meat and our pride are on the line. Have you finished? Finished! Okay! I'm done too. We'll bring the paper airplanes that we made and stand next to each other in a line. We'll throw them at the same time when the signal is given. There will be no complaining about the results. I don't know why I said that in such a weird tone. Forget the explanations. Let's get started. I'm so hungry. There'll only be one winner, and that's me. All right, get ready. Everybody has a serious look on their face. Bang! We all throw our paper airplanes at the same time. The 4 paper airplanes cut through the darkness at night. Go! Okay, we go! Come on! This looks bad. The first one to fall was Amane's. It wobbled on gracefully as it flew, then suddenly lost speed and crashed to the ground. No, the meat! The next paper airplane to fall was mine. Victoria and the Gears were the only ones left, so it was now a 2-horse race. Just a little more, come on! Alright, a little further! Amane and I, who were now spectators, watched over the battle with nervous anticipation. The two paper airplanes, with a feeling of being almost completely weightless, flew right across the garden. Can paper airplanes really fly this far? Is what I thought as I watched the unimpressed. It was a close finish. I did it! I won! That's so unfair! Ajia protests. While getting closer to the ground, both of their planes were still increasing their flight distance. However, just as they were gazing on the ground, Ajia's plane got caught on the shrubbery. It felt like Ajia would have won if there was no obstructions, though. Don't be a sore loser, Ajia! Choosing your flight path is all part of the tactics. That's alright, isn't it? The second place person gets to eat the beef. That's right, but I... Moen looks down at her own plane, dejected. Okay, let's go back to the dining hall and have dinner! That son of a bitch. Sizzle! Fat from the meat is frying off the hard plate. It's strange. I should have been the one who knew the most about how to forward a paper airplane. Moen slowly eats a chicken while continuing to act all downhearted. Things like that can happen, you know? The 4 paper airplanes from just now are lined up next to a hot plate. That is extremely dangerous. The one I made was just the mediocre regular. You know, Kotori's had worked on the tip of hers a little, and the back of the wings were bent slightly, probably to give it more lift. Aji's was folded somewhat more elaborately than Kotori's. Then there was Mane's. I couldn't possibly imagine how she folded it, but it was a pretty complicated shape. The way this unfolded really is the best though. Meow! It's so messy! There's no way something like this could fly! Mane puts her hands onto her chest and hangs her head. It would appear that the reason why she lost is not because there was a problem with the design, but rather her clumsiness when it came to making it. Ajia's plane seems like it should be able to fly well. Kotori's plane was well devised, and was also precisely folded. Never mind, I'm no good at this anyway. She looks on with envy at the beef loin and ribs that Kotori and Ajia were eating. These ribs are delicious! This loin is great too! Oh my god, this is the best. This is the best barbecue meat ever! I wanted to eat the beef too, but to be honest, anything is okay. The pork and chicken were really tasty. We ate our dinner while chatting excitedly. On the TV that had been left on in the dining hall for some reason, a program called Japan Rocks the World had just started. Is that real? I'm going to look it up right now. Second monitor away! Japan Rocks the World. Images. Alright, the first human being to come up. are Asians, that's good. Doesn't look too fantastic though. It's a program that covers Japanese people who are active in various fields. Amane might appear on this program one day. Would Amane be okay being on TV, I wonder? She'd probably say something strange. God, be a little bit more considerate. She's at the same table as you, dickhead. That would be alright, wouldn't it? She's pretty, so she'd look good on TV. As they sit there saying these things right in front of her, they turn their focus back to the TV. A middle-aged man with a beard and a white coat appears. Oh, I know that guy. He's the person who invented the technology to create biofuels from some kind of bacteria. That's oddly specific. A lot of inventors are weird, aren't they? Could they be called eccentric weirdos? I've seen this guy several times on TV. He developed the technology that Ajia had just mentioned, and has been applied to things that we are familiar with our daily lives. He is pretty odd, an eccentric weirdo, as Katori put it. However, at the same time, he is famous for his outspoken remarks, and can sum up things like environmental issues with a simple statement, so he is quite thrilling to watch, like David Lynch. I like this guy. He comes across as a bit of a klutz sometimes, but he's quite charming. You're right. It's like he resembles someone we know. Who could that be? Oh my god! Oh, that's my dad. Amane, who had been focused on eating, mumbled as she lifted her head. Huh? Who it is? Look, he's on TV. Everyone looks back at the TV again. There on the screen, it said, Takashi Mochizuki, inventor. Mochizuki? No way! Speaking of which, I have a feeling she said her dad was an inventor. So, that man is Amane's dad? Yes, that's right. Does that seem weird? Is that weird? I'm not sure what you'd call it. He's really famous. Bewildered, everyone looks at the TV, then compares what they see to Amane biting into her fatty pork. He then looks up and happily says, oh? Fatty pork really goes well with wasabi and soy sauce. Ah, there! That was Amane! Behind Mr. Mochizuki, who was being interviewed, there was a glimpse of a girl in a white coat. Oh! That's when I went to help my dad with his work. I remember now he was excited because there was some people filming it for a TV show. She speaks like she's talking about things that happened to someone else, while stuffing herself with pork, then says, oh, again? The invention that my dad is introducing is something that I designed. I recognize the invention that Takashi is proudly introducing. It was a hot topic for a while. It sold really well and was on the morning news. The funds for constructing the glider came from the income I got from its patent. Its patent? Sorry. Oh crap, I did it again. She explains it like it's completely normal, but... So that's why there's such an abundance of funds available. Ugh. She usually acts like an idiot, but Amane really is amazing, isn't she? Recently, I've been around her all the time, so I just thought of her as a strange girl, but she is really an incredible person. I go a little pale when I think about whether or not it's alright to throw someone like that off the top of a rock. After I quit, I'll be going to the laboratory to help my dad with his work. Oh. I've been repeating the year at school for so long, it's caused quite a lot of problems for him. Once again on the screen, there was Amane helping her father. She's good looking, so she looks great on TV. Oh, jeez. Thanks. However, the others were no longer making a fuss about it. It all seemed strangely real, now that they were confronted with what Amane would look like after she quits. Amane, here. Katori put a piece of grilled beef rib on Amane's little dish. Is this okay? Have this too. Amane gave her some beef loin. Yeah, thanks! Yay, beef! Now that the topic of her leaving the school had unexpectedly come up, there was a feeling of sadness around the dinner table. That's a good way to end it, I suppose. Extend a little sadness, which flies into sadness. I gotta pause real quick. Take a break. We'll be back after these messages. Well, there are actually gonna be no messages. Kotori groans as she turns the pages of the book, which is all written in English. Do you understand it? I kind of understand the plot. I wonder if Abari will come back soon. If she does, I can get her to translate it for me. Kotori is reading a foreign book about morning glory. Another similar phenomena. There are few records of such things occurring in Kazagura, so it looks like she came across this while looking for something similar. It would be great if there were some articles about phenomena that have occurred in Kazagura. Not much we can do about that. Besides, it's so rare that it only occurs once in a matter of decades. It seems that when it happened 26 years ago, it was very sudden and was shown on TV and in newspaper as a rare phenomenon. If the photo that the Soren Club had taken had been circulated, then their reaction to it would have been quite different. They didn't have the internet like we have now, so we've only been able to find articles and records from the time in the library. But we only know about this phenomena. It looks like the patch of the clouds is at least several dozen kilometers long. Oh my god. Secretary, she showed me the maps that she had made herself. The size was drawn based on witness testimonies. It was pretty long, and it went diagonally across the lake, and then just kept going and going. Wait, was that someone? No, it wasn't. It appears just before dawn, and after the sun rises, it appears after a short while. How long does it last? I don't know. Maybe 2 or 3 hours at most. There's a strong vertical draft around the clouds, so if we can ride those, we should be able to pass through it in the glider. That's how the old members of the club took the photo. I see. When the water vapor becomes a vertical draft and rises up into the sky, it is cooled down by the colder air, creating clouds. There's a strong connection between clouds and vertical drafts. We don't know when it will occur, so there's no way to prepare for it. There are only 10 days left of this summer holiday. The countdown to Amane quitting school has begun. Oh god. Before then, we have to pass through the passage of clouds. No matter how good a glider we make, or whether we learn to pilot it perfectly, if morning glory doesn't occur, can't do anything. So that's how it is. Ajia, who is working on something by herself, wipes the sweat from her brow and takes a breather. What have you been doing? Making a cockpit. Ah. She had to touch pedals and a stick that was like a yoke to a chair. Calling it a cockpit is slightly lame, though. What's that look? What's with the look on your face? This isn't just a toy, you know. Ajia took a cable that extended from her poor excuse for a mock cockpit and plugged it into the computer. Kotori, who seems intrigued, leans over. Turn on the simulator. I turn it on as she says. Ajia sits down in the mock cockpit and operates the yoke. Then, it moved! And the rudder pedals are awesome! Could it be? It's a cockpit for the simulator! Operating the pedals and yoke attached to the chair moves the aircraft shown on the monitor. It feels just like watching magic or something. With this, you get a feeling closer to controlling the real thing, don't you? You know, for this. Ajia moves out of the way, and I sit down to try it. Whoa, this is great! It really moves! How did you do this? Something like this is easy! I've got time to spare, so I thought I'd try making it. Oh god, that was a horrifying noise I just made. Amane, if you like it, you could try it out too. Ajia called out to her, and Amane, who was sitting in front of the drawing board, lifts her head up. Did you say something? Amane, come over here. If you practice with this, you can improve too. Bitch. Amane comes over and takes a good look at the cockpit that Ajia had made. Isn't it amazing? It's great that a Gia can make something like this.
No, not really. It's nothing special.
Go ahead, Amane. Let's see how... Oh, you're right. This really will be a good to practice with. While muttering, I should have made it like this from the beginning, she operates the simulator for a while.
While we're waiting for the witch to come back, I thought that we could do some practice with this.
Yeah, you rock! Why is Katori the one who is happiest about this? While the winch is broken and our club activities have grinded to a halt, we couldn't stand just waiting for time to pass. That's why everyone's been looking for the thing to do. The feeling we're making even the slightest progress lifted everyone's spirits. Oh no. She's gonna burst. She's gonna, nah. Oh, this is really well made. It seems like this really enhances the realism. Amane is trembling. Even though it's just a simulator, it's still scary. Oh. This will help you get used to it. So this kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Ugh. Letting Amane get in the seat, I stand a little further away. While listening to them all talking, I happen to take a glance at the drawing board. When she has spare time, Amane is always at the drawing board. Some plans have been drawn there. But the aircraft has already been completed. Even so, I wonder what it was that she has been drawing. The glider. The shape of the wings is different. The main wings were a bit further forward in relation to the fuselage. The outline was strange and quite different to the airplane I know. Someone's voice.
As always, you look like you've got time on your hands.